And we're live.
We are live.
Hey everybody, it's Patrick.
Hey, it's Jeffrey.
And we're back with another Masters of the Universe Classics Bio Action
Figure
Talk.
Whatever you want to call it.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we still need a name for what we do.
We do need a name for what we do. Before we start, do we have anything that we need to talk about? No?
I don't think so.
Just that we're super excited for
PowerCon!
Yeah, and guess what else? What are we doing at PowerCon that we didn't realize or initially think we would be doing at PowerCon?
Oh no, I forgot what it's called.
It's so disappointing.
I didn't know there was a specific name for it.
Well, what is it that we're doing?
We are doing the dinner with the roast gooble thing.
That's right. The
Yeah.
roast
Gooble dinner.
The roast doodle gooble. Google doodle.
Roast gooble dinner.
That's right. We're going to be at the dinner.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yay!
So that is very cool. And we're super excited about that.
We are very excited.
But we're detracting from the video.
Yes, we are.
But anyways, actually, before we start that, who's going to this? I mean, I know all the presenters and stuff, but are you watching this video going to be at PowerCon?
Tell us. We want to know.
We want to know who to look for.
Yes.
So reply to this, would you?
Reply.
Let us know if you're coming or not. We can't wait. Can you tell we're a little excited?
Yeah, very excited.
We've never traveled.
No, we haven't.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we've traveled, but not across the country.
Yeah.
And not alone.
No.
Without mom.
Without mom.
Right? And across the country.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can say Florida's across country, except it's you go down, not across.
Right.
So we've gone down the country, not across.
We're going from the East Coast to the West Coast.
We are.
Okay, this is so lame.
Let's
Let's get into the video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're back with another video review. Sorry, everybody. And
a little creepy.
Who are we talking about today?
Hordak.
Hordak. Awesome. You want to go right into the bio?
Yep.
All right, do it.
Hordak, ruthless leader of the evil horde. Real name, Hector Kerr. Second-born heir to the Horde Empire, Hector Kerr arrived on the planet Eternia while battling the cosmic warrior hero. Taking the name Hordak, he raised an army and challenged the Snake Men for rule over the planet. And although he defeated King Hiss, Grayskull, leader of the Free People of Eternia, succeeded in banishing him to the dimension of Despondos. It was there that centuries later Hordak contacted a young alchemist named Keldor and began teaching him the ways of the dark arts in exchange for freedom from his extra-dimensional prison. So, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I'll start with this bio. Love the bio. I was really excited when I read this bio.
You were?
Because I was glad to see them sort of take the nuggets from the 2002 series and expand upon it a little bit. So we already knew from 2002, which I thought was a great storyline that they set up, that Hordak had sort of been the cause for the separation of the planet, causing the dark and the light halves, and that he had paired up with Keldor and saved Keldor, sort of.
There was never much though about him and with King Hiss and in that episode that they had from the 2002 or whenever the episode was around.
Yeah.
They never had I don't believe King Hiss was ever in that episode. There was never anything about.
Yeah, not really. Well, remember in the beginning, it's Snake Armor, He-Man, Prince Adam's having a dream, and there's the Snake Men, but then Hordak is rising again, after the Snake Men. So, but you're right. No, there wasn't a specific mention really in this way.
Yeah.
That he actually defeated the Snake Men and took over the planet and was trying to fight Grayskull for it, right? Yeah. Not really in that specific way. So I liked it because they kind of took what we knew a little bit from 2002 and brought it in, and they didn't, it didn't seem disrespectful to the Filmation stuff, which I also love. I mean, they could have emphasized a little bit more, Hordak was a tech person, he liked the technology well in Filmation. He could transform into anything he wanted, and his arm turned into a blaster.
So he wasn't really as much magical as he was.
He was he wasn't
as magical.
Yeah. I mean, you think of the Fright Zone was black and really mechanical and heavy, and machinery, a lot of machinery with the Horde, whereas Skeletor, it was a lot of orbs and staffs and wands, and so I mean, Hordak seemed to be more the other side, and this bio didn't really bring that into Masters of the Universe Classics canon, but...
do you prefer him as magical or mechanical?
Mechanical, I think, just to offset Skeletor, because I like how Skeletor is more that side of it. And
He-Man can battle them both.
Yeah, and then you have the Snake Men, and you pretty much have all your bases covered between all the different henchmen and all their different types of things. It's pretty much no stone left unturned in the universe. So, but I really don't mind the bio. I didn't love the real name. And actually, this was a case where I wouldn't have minded the real name probably too much, just because it's
kind of like saying his name is Hector.
Right. It's pronounceable and whatever. But I don't like that in the bio, then they refer to him like, second-born heir to the Horde Empire, Hector Kerr. I wish they would just say Hordak in the bio. It's stupid. It's probably just a small thing, but whatever. What about you? What do you think about that?
I like it. One thing is like, does he have a brother? It says he's the second-born heir. Does he have a brother?
Yes.
He does?
Yeah.
Is it like, does his brother have a name, or is he just known as the brother of Hordak?
Well, there's Horde Prime, and then there's Horde Supreme.
So Horde Prime is the father, right? Or is Horde Supreme the father?
Well, and this is where, again, community, don't slaughter me here, because I haven't watched all the Filmation shows in quite some time, but...
We own them, or we own a lot of them.
We own them, but time. It's time.
Yeah, we need to watch them.
Yeah, but the continuities were a little bit different, but I want to say that in the Filmation shows, it really wasn't clear if there was even a relation between Horde, the Supreme or Prime versus Hordak. Am I right about that? Was there a relation ever established in Filmation? Somebody want to post that? That would be awesome.
Post and tell us.
So this I might think actually this is the first time that actually relates them, but I'm not 100% on that. So
and
what else?
Another thing is, it says at the beginning, Hordak, ruthless leader of the evil Horde. But then it gets to the bio and it says he's the second-born heir to the Horde Empire. So he's not really the leader of the Horde. He's just the leader of the Horde that He-Man fights, really.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. They kind of mix it up a little bit.
They're definitely leaving it open for more info.
Yeah.
More to come.
Yep.
Again, more coming from the story.
Yeah, he too can have a building story with his family. Or if it's his family or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out, hopefully.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So you want to go into the figure, since we've spent a little bit of time already on the bio?
Mm-hmm.
So the figure, we've got a picture up, and we'll put it up for you right about now.
Okay.
All right. So, the figures, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your impressions of the figure.
Well...
Because you had the Staction.
Yeah.
Right?
I think in reality, he kind of looks like the Staction. He's not as tall. He's a little more smaller and bulkier. Instead of tall,
was kind of slim. Yeah.
But I like the figure, but the Staction was the first. Well, the Staction in the film, and not the Filmation, the 2002, were the first time that I ever knew him as a character.
Right.
And but from I do like the way he looks now, and I think he fits in really good with the Masters of the Universe Classic figures they have out now.
Yeah.
And to me, it kind of takes the whole mix of what the Masters of the Universe Classics figures look like, and they added a little more some of his looks from the 2002. I think he does have some of the similarities from 2002 that I like.
Yeah, they gave him that staff.
Yeah.
And just some of the details.
Yeah, some of the details.
Yeah, the longer loincloth that King Grayskull has.
Mm-hmm.
Just some of the little added detail.
I feel like I see a little bit of the 2002 in him.
Well, and compared to Filmation, Filmation didn't have the cape, and his skin was blue.
Oh, it was?
And there was some slight armor changes. His face was really white.
Yeah.
Which I really wanted that variant, because to me that's Hordak, is what Filmation looked like. Honestly.
I think he looks better with the darker skin, and it makes it more
creepy.
Evil.
Yeah, it definitely. I remember 2002 coming out thinking, wow, Hordak looks really bad. Can I say that on YouTube?
I think you can.
We'll do a little beat.
Yeah.
What else about the figure? Anything?
Not much. Hordak has never been a character that I've been a huge fan of or have really disliked. But I think he's cool to add into the storyline. It kind of adds a third bad guy in, which I like.
Yeah, you don't have Masters of the Universe without Hordak.
Yeah, you don't.
And in the Filmation world, Hordak was really introduced with the sort of She-Ra world. But then there was enough crossover that, you know, I remember as a kid thinking, awesome, another villain. To me, Skeletor is always like the lead.
Yeah, Skeletor is the main villain.
And the Snake Men were sort of mysterious and different. And then Hordak and his team were like, it was so awesome when there were new toys because it was like a new line of bad guys to get, which was kind of cool. So for me, the figure, I don't mind it at all. Like I said, I really, really, really want the Filmation version. I want blue skin or blue whatever, jumpsuit, whatever we're going to call it, blue whatever, and the Filmation coloring. I know that we have the Mattel has Filmation rights.
Yeah, hopefully that'll
be cool. And I'm looking forward to the Hurricane Hordak variant that's coming out, I believe, next month. Yeah, it was a toy variant. Because he's got the blaster for his arm. And if I can swap him out, I might do a little modification and do that. Also, I'm going to be swapping the heads because I actually want the Hordak without the cape, just like the original toy.
Oh, you really?
Filmation. Yeah, I'm ready to get rid of that cape. I'm not a fan of capes, remember?
That's right. Alright, I do. Yeah, I guess I do see him without a cape.
Yeah. He'll be easier to pose.
Looks more like the older figure, doesn't he?
Yeah. So other than that, the only other thing this figure introduced that was really controversial was, see how his abs are like that smooth plastic?
Oh, yeah.
And there's no stomach. And the Four Horsemen did that, and they said it was like an extension of the armor, but they, instead of it being one armor piece, they did that so that you could still have the waist articulation. I don't like that, and I didn't care for it. It's worn on me, but I just still think it looks like he's wearing like an 80s belly shirt. I'm just kind of like, what's going on right there?
If they painted it the color of his skin, it will look a little more like a belly shirt. But yeah, I do see what you mean.
Right, but even the blacks between the armor and the torso aren't exactly the same.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, you're right. Now that I look at it a little more closely,
it's just a little bit.
It's like darker black.
So it's supposed to be, according to Toy Guru Scott, it's supposed to be like an extension of that armor, and that was their solution, their technical solution to
get him to have voice,
have the articulation that we love. But so that was the first time that had been introduced in this line, and it seems like it was 100 years ago now. We were complaining about silly things like that, but I guess that's it probably for this one. What do you guys think of Hordak? Main character, awesome villain. Villain. It's an awesome villain. And that's what we got to say from Maine today.
We may be from Maine, but we don't usually say
we'll ramp up the coolness factor for when we go all LA. Alright, well I guess that's it for now, and until the next video,
good journey.
Good journey.